At the end of last year, myself and the Winter Hill team went to what many refer to as being Britain's very own Skinwalker Ranch. The coastline and moors of North Yorkshire have forever been tangled with stories of bipedal canines such as that of Old Stinker, which supposedly roams the wold surrounding Hull, unidentified craft which are often seen emerging from the North Sea, and ghostly apparitions which are witnessed in only the darkest parts of the North Riding. While looking back at the footage taken during this one-week investigation, I stumbled upon a piece of video taken from when we had stumbled upon what appeared to be the remains of a modern pagan ritual, and thought due to my lack of uploads recently, I'd make a short video on it, in hopes that you all find it just as interesting as I did.
Starting with north mean. What does north mean?
No, what they call quarters, and they call to the quarters, the spirits of the quarters, to come into a ritual space and protect them while they're having a ritual. Now this is a modern paganism, and then at the end of the ritual they'll sort of reverse it, so any spirits or anything what they've been doing here will get dispersed, and it just becomes a normal space again. But that's what they do within the ritual. They make that space, and then they break that space after. But in between that space, they'll do things like feast and eat bread and things, and drink wine or water or mead even. But what they're doing is they're consuming these things. It's any goodness that coming out of it will go to the gods and goddesses that they want to give it to, the ones that they worship. It's only if they've been using this space, then there's only a few of them, not more than 6. So this is a coven, and it's a coven of either Wicca, but it's from what I'm capturing at the moment. It's the goddess Brigante. That's what the main deity that they're using within this circle. That's what I think. The reason being is the area we come from, the Brigantians would have been around this area. I think it was the Brigantians in this area, and they would have been worshipping Bridget, or what they call Saint Bridget now. And she was they call her the Wolf Maiden, and she was the goddess of the animals of the forest as well. You know, she would have been here looking after the place. So that's what they're doing. They're giving a ritual. They're having a ritual to the spirits of this area to look after. So there's nothing bad here. But these offerings that they leave behind, I mean, to me, you shouldn't really be leaving plastic behind in a sacred area like this. So I don't think they're serious occultists.
No, I don't think
they're modern day pagans. And saying that, when I say modern, this is we're talking about not more than 10 years old. This.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Then we had 10 years in my mind. Then on the.
And it's somebody who's probably bought a printer. What's it printer?
3D printer.
3D printer. They printed these out. They've just bought it or something, and they want to try and experiment with everything. So they're doing these bones. Now, I'm not sure if these bones might represent a wolf. I don't know. But I can't tell what animal they might have been with the skull, what they've made there. Can't tell what animal that could have represented. It could have been a deer. Because not far from here in Flickston, we've got what used to be the Flickston, not ponds, lakes, where the Beaker people used to live. And we're going back thousands of years here. And the Beaker people, when they went over there and they did the excavation, they found these antlers that had aisles bored into them, and they must have used them as a mask, the skull part with the antlers on. These are in, I think they're in the British Museum, and you can read up on that. And they don't know what they use them for. They have come out with ideas that they could have been either used for ritual, or it could have been hunting, simple as hunting, you know, putting these masks on and like hiding down and waiting for the deer to come along. Because if another deer sees these antlers, they're going to come towards it, and that's the food then. So they don't really know what they were made for, but there's a lot of speculation of what they could have been, you know, hunting, ritual, whatever. And all, like I say, all this, all the area over Flickston, yeah, it was these beaker people, or what they call the beaker people, who lived around there, because the lake at that time, what they found in the lake is bone that has been cut into like fishing spears. So they knew there were fish in that area, and they knew they were using that area for fishing. Not only that, they had jetties going out into the water and wooden posts. Because it's boggy area, they still found some of this wood, you know, because it's preserved it. So they're still finding these areas where this lake was. Not only was the Flickston Lake, but further afield there was a lake even bigger than that, which they would have used. It would have been, you know, there would have been a lot of tribes around that area using that area, because it would have been a great place to live with all the food, and the, not only that, your fruit as well, you know, the berries, and I mean, you get lots of apple trees around here. There would have been, well, there would have been lots of fruit.